Good morning. How are you doing? Can't believe it's very hot. I don't know why I wear this morning this all suit and everything. Then only I realize it's very hot. But somehow I feel I'm okay. I'm not yet sweating and feel still cool enough. And I'll finish my sermon as soon as possible before you all get really warm, hot. And also today we have really several distinguished guests or our members visiting us. You know, today we have our Happy Health organization's president, Reverend Cho Jun-soo, Mr. Che Sajanim, and his wife, Mrs. Che Samonim, is here. Would you like to stand up and welcome to here? Thank you so much for joining here. They are going to do a special training workshop for about how to use Happy Health machines. And in case any of you own that machine and don't know how to use properly, please join that. And our Koran chapter organized this program. And also, our representing our national BFM, Mrs. Anna-Mary Myler is here, and you heard that announcement today. She is going to organize a training program for parents as well as anyone who want to learn about. Mrs. Myler, would you like to stand up? She is going to do this program today. At 1 o'clock, they will start the program. Any of you have any questions about the matching process and how to use OMS, which she is managing and created, how to use that, and all kind of programs will be how to use. She will guide all of you. It's not just for parents and not just for applicants. Anyone who want to know about the matching process and how to use these websites, please attend this program. It's a very, very good resource, and she will be able to guide you through that process. And thank you, Mrs. Mylar, for coming from Delaware and joining with us. It's always a pleasure to see you. Thank you. And also, I want to just touch base with some of the programs we had last week. And I was able to attend one Parents' Day program organized by our local UPF chapter. In the city of West Orange, they organized inside in City Hall chamber, they organized this program. And the mayor was present, 2 commissioners were there, and I was able to attend. I witnessed to a wonderful presentation given by Dr. Bibi and also Mr. Ralph Oppenheimer about what is Parents' Day, the importance of parenting. And we award several outstanding parents who are raising their children and contributing to the society. And it was really beautiful. One of our ambassadors for peace championed that program. I want to thank our local UPF leadership, Reverend Tamilasio, and all the UPF team for organizing that event and really championing that cause initiated by our true parents. UPF team, would you like to stand up and let us give them a big, what's that? Yes, choir too. They are part of UPF team. The choir was there too. Please stand up, choir. It's without the, some of the choir members are here, but they don't understand. It's okay. But thank you so much. And also yesterday, our education, Tribal Messiah and Witnessing Ministry, they organized a wonder workshop as well as a 3-day ceremony education program. There were many people attended, some could not join all throughout, but it was so beautiful to teach DP and to remind. It was kind of really wonderful. I taught all day. It was wonderful to see how much people are listening, how much they want to understand God's plan for them, how much they want to really understand divine principle revealed through our beloved true parents. And let us continue that. I want to thank our witnessing team and the Tribal Messiah team for bringing more and more new people. Let's give them a big round of applause. Thank you. Also, Reverend Lee, thank you so much for joining here today. Reverend Lee is deacon in KEA. He is here with us today. Thank you so much for joining, Reverend Lee. Would you like to stand up? Thank you. You know, talking about Parents' Day, our UPF local chapter is organizing several more programs, and I believe they have planned to do this Parents' Day awarding ceremonies in 10 different towns, and they are planning to host this in the town halls of their respective towns. We are going to have one in Clifton, and I think the date is finalized. I don't remember. Please look into the e-news, and also Belleville is confirmed, and there also we are going to have in Belleville City Hall, we are going to have a program, and I encourage you to be part of that. Please join with them, support them. This is a great initiative initiated by our true parents, because the world is missing that understanding, the proper understanding of parenting. What does it mean? And so please support our local UPF chapter, join with them. And also this attending that program really stimulated me to talk about parenting. This month of July, UPF is organizing this many programs, and I really want to encourage you to dedicate this month. Let us focus ourselves within our community and even beyond to show what is that really our true parents mean by parenting. Why our true parents are awarding many parents who are contributing to the community, who are taking care of their children. Why true parents are doing that? And yesterday while I was teaching principle, it also occurred to me that it's all about understanding that our heavenly parent who is waiting for us, who is taking care of us all throughout, and we as the embodiment and as the representatives of heavenly parent, how do we manifest their love in our life and give that to everyone around us? And that's why I really wanted to share that reading today, and wanted to encourage everyone to think about parenting, think about raising our children properly, think about giving that God's love to everyone around us, and let us do that in this month so that we can really glorify our true parents who are trying constantly reminding us to be good parents. And when I think about that, when I was listening to that talk, Dr. Bibi, it was you reminded me to think about my parents, my grandparents. And I went back to the time where I was sitting with my grandfather. He was talking to me about his father and his grandfather and how they came to, how they were living in my hometown. My family is living in my hometown for almost 500 years. And my grandfather knew his grandfather. Then he was sharing some of the experiences he had, and he was sharing to me that how they were able to overcome some great floods they had, some of the droughts they had, how they were able to have enough food, how they were cultivating food, like planting, farming rice and all those things. This Parents' Day reminded me, in just attending that program, reminded me when Reverend Oppenheimer was talking about Parents' Day, it reminded me my roots, my parents, my grandparents from both sides, they all invested for me. And I am a fruit of them. And everything I have, I owe to them. Not only to them, many other people who invested in making this society, making a community. And all those things came to my mind when I was listening to those presentations and talks. And which also reminded me how much our heavenly parent, as our creators, how much they are waiting from us. Yesterday, while I was teaching principle, teaching about the Messiah, how much Lord Jesus sacrificed for entire humanity because he understood the heart of his heavenly parent. Because he understands the heart of heavenly parent, he wanted to convey that to everyone in this world. That's why he sacrificed his life and sacrificed all the luxuries he could have in his life. And same way, our beloved true parents, because they understand that amazing parental heart of heavenly parents, how serious our heavenly parent is, because our true parents understood, they sacrificed their life for us. And the first thinking about me when I was thinking about Parents' Day, when I was thinking about parents, first I started thinking about my own parents only, my own grandparents only. And when we think about being a good parents, we think about our own children. And of course, that is the first and foremost responsibility for us as a parent. But I could see that yesterday I was teaching principle. Parenting is a position we are getting trained to. We are really being trained as soon as we are a child. Even when we are a child, when we receive love, and when we are in our teenagers, when we learn to share our love, when we learn to receive and give love, we are being trained to become a parent. And that position is not just a position for one family, and that is a continuation of a learning. A continuous learning is necessary to be a good parent. And that continuous education, that continuous training is not just for our own family. And even by raising our children in our little family, we are being trained to become a parent for a society, a parent for a town. We are being trained to become a parent for a country. And it was very, very vividly, it is coming to me that is, as a parent in a family, we are taking care of our children, and that itself is a training program for us. And then we are again and again, we have even bigger responsibilities. Parenting is never finished. It is not, sometimes have we ever noticed our children are more comfortable with our grandparents. Many times grandparents and children's relationship is somehow even smoother than parent and children's relationship. I felt very much more comfortable sitting with my grandfather and listening to him. And now when I think about the reasons, I could see he was constantly listening to me. He was listening, and then he just shared his lifestyle, his stories, what he went through. He wasn't so much about disciplining me. Of course, my parents were doing that, so maybe he didn't have to do that. Maybe that's one reason he didn't do that. But I felt very, very comfortable with them Maybe by going through that, raising their own children, maybe they become a better parents, grandparents. You know, when you learn martial arts, after you start getting your belts, you get a black belt, and then again and again you receive more and more. It is, you become grandmasters. You know, it's another level. It's a bigger level. Like that, we become grandparents and great grandparents. Then we are, in that time, we are giving without expecting anything. So in a way, parenting is where, in a way, we are giving. We are learning to give, and we are becoming better givers without expecting anything. And also, I want to remind you that in this world, many people are waiting for some parents, some parental figures for them. Many people in this world are lacking that parents in their life. They do not have parents, even though they may have parents, physical parents in their life. They do not have anyone who care about them, who listen to them, who would give them some wise guidance, and who would guide them when they need someone to help them. And in this month of July, where we are hosting many Parents' Day awarding ceremonies and events, let us think about who need a parent in my circle, and who can I be a help. And I believe anyone who knows, anyone we know, they all will appreciate if we listen to them, if we be with them a little bit, and if we can be a little presence of. Sometimes we are eager to teach them everything. Sometimes we are eager to pass the complete principle in 1 hour or 1 minute or whatever it is. But I remember, maybe you remember, many of the people, many of us who joined here, because we found someone who were willing to listen to us. I remember one of my closest friends in the church who told me why he joined our church, our movement. Because one person listened to him throughout the night. Without sleeping, that one person was listening, continuously listening. And at the end, he decided to stick with that person without knowing any principle, without knowing anything about our movement, because that person was open to his heart. That person was ready to listen. Whatever the struggles he was going through, whatever the difficulties he was going through, and there was no one else in the world who was willing to listen to that person. But this particular person listened to them, listened to that person. That's why he wanted to see that person again and again. Then he wanted to listen to that person. After he took out everything from his heart, he said, let me listen to you now. And many times in our families, our children lack that. You know, I'm talking about, not only talking about being a parent for other people, but do not forget your children. You know, do not let other people come and take care of your children and take away your children far away. But be a parent by listening to your children. And do not judge them, even if they go through the worst situation in this world. Be a parent by listening to them. You know, this world is, everyone in this world looking for someone to listen to them, someone to understand them, someone to be with them, and try to someone who can listen to them. And sometimes once we listen to them, They would listen to us, and they may even listen to our guidance. Many times, when we listen to our children, or maybe another child in our community, or anybody you know, we may know the solution right away. We may know what is going on in their life because we also went through similar kinds of things. But unless and until we let them take out all the garbage filled in their heart, they wouldn't have any space to let that your advice go into their heart. So let them take out what they go through. Listen to them. That is the role of a parent. When we don't do that, and if a stranger they see in the street, listen to them, our children put the stranger who see in the street or in the school or wherever, they put them as their parental figure. That's why it is important to listen to them, even though you think, and even though it is true that whatever they are saying doesn't make any sense, listen to them. That's what I want to encourage to you during this month of July, while we are awarding many people. Let us be parents for our children and parents for all the children who God created for us. We understand what is going on, but many times, in order to reach out to them, we need patience. Yesterday, I was teaching about the principle and how do we restore all those things. We all know that, but it is always listen to. Again, of course, when we teach, I feel like we even learn more than we listen to a lecture, because you can't divert your attention. When you listen to that, you can even take out your phone and look through that and then do other things and reply to the messages. But when you teach, you can't do that. You have to be completely focused on what you are teaching, and that it is hitting you constantly. It's reminding you constantly. And some of the things yesterday was like, how do you restore? How do you restore all the fallen natures? It was be patient and be humble. And what is that patience means? Let people talk. When people talk, listen to that. Don't jump on their head with answers. Even if we have the answers, let them talk and let them take out what they go through. Then they create an empty space in their mind, in their heart, so that they can listen to you, so that they can receive and fill with the good words from your mouth. So let them talk first, and let our children talk. And even if we think it is not something useful, let them talk. Listen again and again. Then they will listen to you. And also, many times, as we are thinking about Parents' Day, think about becoming a parent in your neighborhood, in your town. Some of you are maybe teaching in schools, working in schools, or maybe Dr. Bibi, you run a school and you are parent for everyone. That's why I could see that when you were talking to all of us there, you could talk totally from a good parental perspective. It was really an amazing reminder, amazing thing for me to listen that. And how wonderful will be all of us who work in schools, and all of us who work in different businesses. We can be a parental figure for that people who we work with. I remember when I used to sell flowers, and somehow all those people Many times, people who buy flowers for me, they ask me, oh, what do I do? I'm struggling in my family, and can you help me? Things like that. And let us be a parent for everyone we work with. And even though sometimes in an office setting, there may be restrictions for us to be how much we can do, how much we can say, but be an embodiment of God. Be an embodiment of God's parental love in that atmosphere, so that we can truly help those people who are in need. And that we should be able to do that. Then only we can really convey what our Heavenly Father and Heavenly Mother is trying to convey to the humanity through us. When we do that, we are becoming a parent for the society we live in. Imagine our mayors and elected officials and all of them have real concern towards their subjects, that people who live in that area, just like they have care towards their children. And we need to have that kind of love towards everyone. And do not act as a stranger to your children. Your children need to have confidence in you. Your children need to have a confidence that I can ask this to my parents. I can ask anything to my children. And even if they come and tell you anything, things you may not even agree with, things you may not even like, they should feel a freedom to come and share that with you. And that kind of atmosphere we should create with everyone. If someone opposes us with our values, do not slam them away. Listen to them. Why do they oppose? Some people may have an opposing moral view. Some people may not really believe the moral standards we believe. But still, as a parent, we have to love them. We have to understand, try to understand, why do they think like that? And many times it's easy to criticize, but think about, like, if one of our child do not agree with us, even though we may scold them, we may chastise them, do we hate them? We don't hate. Even if we don't agree with them 100%, we cannot hate them, because they are our child. They are our blood. And every human being in this world is our blood, because we have one parent. We have one heavenly parent. And we can't chastise anyone even though they do not agree with us, even though they do something we do not agree with. We can chastise the things the bad things they do, but love them, pray for them, and listen to them. Try to understand why they do what they are doing. And then we will be able to make a space in their heart, and they will listen to us. It may take patience. It may take maybe 1 week, 1 month, 1 year. It may take several years in some cases, but they will respect you at the end. And you have to earn their respect as a person who, without bias, who loves them, who take care of them. And then that way, that is the role of a parent, and that is missing in this world. And that's why our true parents came. True parents said that everyone have a space in the heavenly kingdom. And because God, our Heavenly Father, would love everyone, our Heavenly Mother love everyone, our true parents went everywhere in this world. No matter a country is communist country or democrat country, no matter as someone who believe in God or don't believe in God, our true parents went everywhere. And also, Jesus said, Heavenly kingdom is not just for Jews, it's for Gentiles also. Jesus said things like, you first go to Jews and teach them. That is, maybe that is the practicality of this, but heavenly kingdom is for everyone. Until each and every one of us there, it is not really heavenly kingdom. Every child of God has to be there. And let us try to embody that concern of our heavenly parent. Manifest that love of our heavenly parent in our life so that we can truly become a parent to our children and the children in our neighborhood. And even doesn't matter one person is old or young or anything. Let us try to show a real parental love to everyone so that world can see what is God's true love. And thank you so much for listening to me in this warm, hot summer day. May God bless you for showing amazing love towards everyone. And let us keep doing that. That way we will truly, truly glorify our true parents and we will glorify our heavenly parent. God bless you. Thank you.